Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lou. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you guys like what you see, which I know you will, please make sure you press the subscribe button that's down below, as well as that bell notification so you guys are notified every single time that I post a new video. This video, it is going to be something a little different. I know you guys can already tell by this title. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet because it is going to be a story time slash girl talk. This video is clearly, like I said, it is going to be a girl talk, and by the title of this video, if you are a guy, I'm not sure why you would click on this video, but just know this video is going to be a little bit TMI, and just know it's going to be about girl stuff. Okay, now if you do want to stay and you're just curious and you want to know what be going on with girls and stuff like that and what we have to go through, like go right ahead and, you know, educate yourself and stuff. But I just want to put it out there just before y'all start watching it and you're like, ew, what the hell? Like, so yeah, so like I said, I'm not sure what I'm gonna name this yet, and it's basically gonna be the time I got a yeast infection. And before we start, if you're a girl and if you haven't got yeast infection, good for you. It's something that happens to girls at least once in their life, but this is just my quick little story. Now basically this was back when I was still in high school. And we all know when we was in high school, my mom, she's Haitian, so like clearly we know to take a shower every day. They like, because if you're like you stink and stuff like that, or if they smell you, they'd be like, make sure you shower, put on deodorant and stuff like that. But they never really well, from my point of view, they never really go deep into like, oh, X, Y, and Z could happen if you don't take care of your, you know, downstairs area, or if you put things down there, or your pH balance will be thrown off if you don't do X, Y, and Z. Mind you guys, I didn't know nothing about what pH balance was. I know, like, I didn't know nothing about that. So basically this was all stuff that I was just learning as it progressed throughout. It didn't last me years, but it was about like 2 months or so that I had this, which is crazy thinking about it now. But like I said, I was in high school. I did have a boyfriend. To get your mind out of the gutter, no, we was not having sex. All right, I just had to make sure I put on my lip gloss. But we wasn't doing any of that. Yes, it was, you know, kissing and whatever, but we was not doing the do to get your mind out of there, because that is one that you basically can get yeast infection from, you know, sexual intercourse and stuff like that. But yeah, and I was actually doing all the things that you were supposed to do. I showered for the most part. Let me stop. But I showered, I put deodorant and all this extra stuff, and you know, everything was good. And I'm not sure exactly when this like got triggered, but basically it was one day where we all know, we're all girls here, I don't know if it's TMI, but we all know that it's normal to have any type of a white discharge as long as it don't smell. But you're going to have girls normally have discharge and stuff like that. Y'all don't be fooled by these girls that be saying, oh, they underwears be dry and all this extra stuff, like they things be clean all the time. Stop it. Okay, I know once in your life you had some type of discharge, because that's a normal thing. And if you don't have discharge, I'm not sure if it's a bad thing, but girl, your thing is probably just dry as hell. But it's a normal thing. And it's just one day in particular I remembered where it came out as a lot. Again, TMI, it was just a lot, and it had a weird-ish smell. And so I just thought about it as in, okay, I just need to go shower and, you know, make sure I rub extra good and stuff like that. And then the next day it happened again. And mind you guys, the smell was, I don't know how to describe it, but if you ever had a yeast infection, you guys know the smell of it. And when I tell you guys, it's very foul. It's a foul smell, and honestly everybody and their mama could smell it.
I forgot to mention that it actually also itched really bad. Like when I tell you guys, it was itching really bad. Like you would be out in class and I was still itching. It was that
Like,
bad.
just know it's a foul smell, so you can smell that it's off. And mind you guys, like I said, I had discharge before and I never had it smell the way that it was smelling. So like it was weird to me and I was confused, so like why my discharge was smelling all of a sudden. But you know, like I said, every single day I would just make sure that I shower, and every single day after that I just kept, you know, rubbing, thinking that I'm not cleaning good enough. And mind you guys, at that time I was using what was I using? I was using Summer's Eve, y'all. No, I'm not sure if I started using it after. Yes, I started after I started getting the smell. I looked up on YouTube, and basically I seen that girls was using Summer's Eve, so I'm like, okay, let me use some Summer's Eve to help me out. Now Summer's Eve, it does contain things that that can throw off your pH balance, so I would say it all depends on the person, because some people can say that they use Summer's Eve and it does nothing to them, it doesn't throw off their pH balance and stuff like that, probably because they're using unscented and stuff like that. But for the most part, Summer's Eve, it throws off your pH balance, and it's a no. Don't be using Summer's Eve down there. But I was using Summer's Eve, and also I could also remember, like, my underwears used to be tight as hell. They used to be tight as hell, and I think I was wearing thongs and stuff like that with no cotton. Yeah, I was just doing all the wrong stuff, not thinking about it. And even sometimes I used to like use soap down there too, to like, I guess, to make it extra clean. And if you didn't know, when you're cleaning your downstairs area, you don't need anything. Honestly, all you need is water to clean down there. Yeah, all you need is water. You don't need anything. So mind you guys, I was putting all these extra stuff in my downstairs area that was not supposed to be there. I was wearing tight ass underwears. I was using Summer's Eve, and also, again, doing grown things, not grown things, but I was doing grown things where things was going in and bacteria was going places there wasn't supposed to go and stuff like that. So it basically came to a point where I was with my friend, me, my sister, and my friend. We was just chilling and stuff like that. And when I tell you guys, I can still remember this how can I say, I can still remember this conversation we had, because basically we was heading over to my friend's house, but I smelled that I smelled the thing. And mind you guys, I didn't shower not too long ago, so I'm like, fuck, like I'm not gonna go ahead and shower again. So what I basically did was, you know, clean up down there with the wipe, and then I sprayed it with, you guys know, the Victoria's Secret like scented sprays and stuff like that, body sprays, and I sprayed in there thinking, you know, it's gonna mask it, knowing damn well, you guys, if you smell, do not cover it up with any types of sprays, because it's gonna make it even more obvious that you're trying to cover up a smell. And that's basically what happened in this situation. Like, shout out to my friend, because she was a real one. If your friend don't tell you you stink, that's not your friend, okay? But basically, you know, we was just chilling. She's like, something smells. She's like, something smells. And y'all, when I tell you, it was mad embarrassing. It was embarrassing as hell, okay? And you know how you try to play it off and be like, you know, I'm on my time of the month, so you know, things getting a little crazy down there. But yeah, when I tell you, I was so embarrassed. But after that day, I'm like, okay, if she could smell it, that means everybody could, you know, smell me. So I'm like, I went to was it a doctor's office? Yeah, I made an appointment to go see like a, you know, a woman's doctor and stuff like that. And I basically was explaining to her and stuff. And you all know how it's high key, it's kind of embarrassing trying to explain things like that to a doctor. But you guys, don't be afraid, because I'm pretty sure these doctors, they heard of everything in the book already. That's like you going to your, is it the gynecologist, I think, but going there, and then you know how every year they have to check your, you know, vaginal area, and it's weird. Like, after a while, I'm like, why do I gotta get weirded out about it anymore? Like, I know they see many vaginas all day every day, so it ain't even that serious. The same thing about as getting waxed. Y'all, don't be afraid to speak to your doctors when you guys start having like situations like this and stuff like that. Yes, it could be a little bit embarrassing, but they're very they're experienced, so they know about these things. They heard about them plenty of times and stuff like that, so don't be afraid. So I basically let her know, and she gave me a prescription. She basically just let me know that, oh, you have a vaginal a yeast infection. I was confused because I'm like, girl, I'm not having sex, so how the hell do I have a yeast infection? And that's when she was explaining to me that tight clothes can affect that, using soaps that are scented, and just things like that. And believe it or not, having too much hair and, you know, your downstairs area can kind of, if you don't clean it well, it can collect bacteria and, you know, bring it into your vaginal area. So she was explaining that to me, and then that's when I was like, oh shoot, like I was doing all the wrong things, right? So, you know, I went to the store, got the thing, and basically what she prescribed was I'm trying to look to see what she told me and stuff. And basically she told me to go get Metronidazole. I'm gonna put it in somewhere down here so you guys can, you know, see it. But it was basically something that you use. It was a capsule that you basically insert in your hoo-ha to, I guess, fight out the thing. And it was something that basically it turns into this really thick like little liquid in your thing when you're sleeping. It basically was supposed to do the work, and I think it was a 7-day thing, so it was something that I had to do for 7 days. And now this did work for a period amount of time, but when I tell you guys, after a couple of weeks it came back. So I'm just like, what the hell? So I'm here thinking, oh, I'm in the free, like everything is good. Now, I'm not sure if this happened to anybody else. Like, let me know in the comments down below if that ever happened to you. Like, you took what they told you you're supposed to take, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, or it just came back. That's basically what happened to me. Like, it came back. So I'm just like, what the hell? Like, how you finna tell me to get this? Because I thought this was supposed to get rid of it and stuff like that. So basically after that, I'm like, okay, I can't use this anymore. I have to find something else. So basically I started to look at like more videos on YouTube and stuff, like for things for you to buy. And I actually looked on Google too. To, like, you know, try to find like a solution, because I'm like, bitch, I'm not gonna be walking around with my hoo-ha stinking all over the place, knowing damn well my junk stink. I don't want to be walking around in it. And also I had a boyfriend, and I don't want him thinking like, bitch, his girlfriend out here stinking and stuff. So basically the first thing that I did try was garlic cloves. Y'all, I know this sounds crazy, but literally I seen a video where they basically told you, like, not really like crunch it up, but basically like cut the garlic clove in half and basically stick it in your hoo-ha. Y'all, I was so scared to do this, but I did do it like an idiot. I was scared that it was gonna get lost in there, and honestly, you guys, at one point in time it kind of did get lost in there. High key, it got lost in there, and I was like mad, like searching for it. But that I only tried it one time, and then honestly I didn't even see no results. The only thing was that I smelled like garlic. And excuse me, I mean, honestly, I would rather smell like garlic than, you know, like having an infection and a bad stinky fishy smell. But like, I didn't want to go ahead and smell like garlic, and I was still getting like the heavy ass discharge with, you know, the smell in it. So now I'm like, damn, I'm back to square one again. And then that's when finally, you guys, I wish I had the bottle to show you guys, because I kind of finished it and I lost it somewhere, but I gotta reorder it, because this is something that I feel like every girl needs to have in their like medicine thing, and that's basically called boric acid. Now, when I tell you guys, boric acid is your best friend when your pH balance is thrown off. Like, boric acid, that's what, if you guys ever seen like these vaginal like Instagrams that sell these things that help your vaginal thing, your vaginal, like, or in your pH balance go back to how it was, they basically use boric acid. Honestly, like, that's literally what they use in their ingredients. If you go ahead and look at their ingredients on their products, it's gonna say boric acid, because boric acid is literally the key to getting your pH balance back in track and getting rid of yeast infection and stuff like that. And now looking back at it, I kind of started peeping. I'm like, honestly, these over the counter medications, they're really not that, they work, but they only work for a period amount of time. And I feel like they only do that just so you could come back and buy more, if you guys get what I'm saying. But honestly, I wouldn't use those over the counter like Benadryl and stuff like that. Yes, it might help for like a temporary fix, but as in like to solve it, for me in my case, it was not it. So I would highly suggest you guys, I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen for you guys so you guys can actually see it. But it was basically a bottle, and I think it was a,
yeah, it wasn't a pill, it was a capsule that you basically stick up your hoo-ha every single night. Not a pill, but it's something you stick up your vagina.
Pill? Yeah, I think it was a pill that I took every day. I took the pill every day, and when I tell you guys, within that like second or third day, I already started seeing results. Like, I already started seeing results. But you guys got to keep taking it, because you don't want to take it for the full amount that it tells you to take it, because you don't want to stop and it didn't finish getting rid of everything yet, and then you stop taking it because you're thinking you're good and it just comes back. So always make sure that you take it to the amount of days that it tells you to take it. But basically, that's kind of what how can I say, healed me. But when I say, guys, it's very important, and I wanted to make this video just because like I said, plenty of girls don't have like girls to tell them, not girls, but like mature older adults letting them know that, like, basically talk about things like this. Because when I tell you guys, I did not talk about, to this day, I don't even think my mom and stuff and my sister ever really talked about stuff like, well, my sister, but like my mom, we never really talked about, you know, your pH balance getting thrown off and all this extra stuff. And I just feel like it's very important that young females are aware of, like, you know, their bodies and stuff, especially growing up into teenagers and stuff. You want to always make sure everything is good. And also, one last thing that is going to help your pH balance is drinking cranberry juice. When I tell you guys, my friend put me on, I didn't really think it worked because it wasn't major, but I knew my pH balance was getting thrown off. And honestly, all I did was drink some cranberry juice, and yeah, things was regulating good. So make sure that you guys incorporate cranberry juice. And it's not just good for your pH balance. Cranberry juice is also good for other reasons as well. Let me know. I know this story was like mad TMI, but honestly, I don't mind being, I'm not even embarrassed, because it's something that happens to females. So honestly, it's not that deep. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys had a similar situation, or were you guys using any of these crazy things that I was mentioning, or if you heard about boric acid before and used it and it helped you out in any type of way. But I am gonna link the one that I used in the comments down below. Not in the comments, I'm gonna link it in the description bar, so you guys can check it out if you are happening to be suffering from this. Maybe that's why you clicked this video. I'm gonna link it down so you guys can just go ahead and purchase it, because when I tell you guys, yeah, thank me later, because that shit will literally save your freaking life. Okay, but if you guys enjoyed this video, or these types of videos about me doing TMIs or these girl talks, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.